It was a great weekend for the greatest podcast on turf. We got pretty good on UFC predictions. I won some money, and I threw up.
Yeah.
It was a good weekend for Ryan as well.
Yeah, I didn't win money. I didn't get predictions right, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it was a fun weekend though.
This is a freezer.
Oh, nice. Extremely unfortunate though.
That is an ad from ESPN.
Of the passing of Dwayne Haskins. Prayers go out to Dwayne Haskins' family. It's a very unfortunate situation. It's a shame that he passed away. Just shows that life is too short and to count your blessings because anything can happen at any given moment. So make sure you always tell your loved ones that you love them and you never go to sleep mad at somebody.
Yeah.
Anyways, on a more positive note, we are back. We got our NFC East offseason outlook. My brother was supposed to be on tonight. I totally forgot.
Well, we can chalk it and go AFC East.
I think that's what we're going to do. Mid-episode, we're going to chalk it up. We are doing our AFC East off-season breakdowns. Let me just call him real quick and apologize.
Why would you call him? It don't matter.
Because
we're doing AFC East
We're doing it anyway. But yeah, the greatest podcast on turf is back. We are back with our AFC East off-season outlook. Next week will be our NFC East outlook with my brother.
Yes. Because he is a big Eagles guy, unfortunately for us and unfortunately for everybody. He is a really big Eagles guy. Also, be sure to check out our sponsor, Little Italy Pizzeria. You can see
it's on our merch. The greatest merch on turf.
Yeah, check out our merch. Unfortunately, I have a Bulls jersey on. Shout out to D-Rose, but the Bulls suck and their first round
You
exits.
could take it off now. The basketball segment's done.
We just did
upload on YouTube yesterday. We uploaded our NBA playoff predictions, so be sure to check that out.
Yes.
Anyways, but yeah, I know this has been a crazy intro, but we're the greatest podcast on turf. It's in the name. We are raw, uncut, and we go with the flow.
Yes.
So with that being said, we are going to touch on my New England Patriots, the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins, and the New York Jets. This arguably is now. This is the AFC East, ladies and gentlemen.
The AFC least and the NFC least next week. Let's go.
Yes, it is.
Jets, first up, $15 million in cap space. They got a hell of draft picks. They got 2 first-round picks, number 4 and number 10. They got 2 second-round draft picks, number 35, number 38. A third-round draft pick, 3 fourths, 2 fifths. All of the good picks that you could possibly want the Jets have.
Yes.
And it's really as simple as this. You help out Zach Wilson. That is probably your main priority because you have to see whether or not he is good. How do you help out Zach Wilson? You help him out on the line. You probably give him a better receiver than Corey Davis. Respectfully, shout out to Corey Davis. Shout out to Braxton Berrios. But I'm not sure they're the guys.
They have Elijah Moore, Ryan. They're fine.
Elijah Moore was a good pick, but he is still not an alpha wide receiver 1 that they need. They have 2 first-round picks, 4 and a 10. Granted, would I take a receiver 1 of those 2? Probably not.
Well,
one of those would 100% be a lineman. That's without a doubt.
Yes.
I wouldn't hate it if both of those were linemen, if we're being honest here. Because why not have the best of the line of football? In terms of potential, why not do it?
I do think that 4 has to be the lineman, though. Because, I mean, you got to look there's a lot of teams that could take linemen between 4 and 10. Because you got the Seahawks at 9, who Charles Cross has been getting mocked to by us and a lot of other people. You got the Falcons, who could also use an offensive lineman. The Giants, I wouldn't hate if they went 2 offensive linemen.
And they need a tackle. So,
yeah, I think
if you want a tackle, you should probably go 4. Because they did lose Morgan Moses in free agency. They brought in Laken Tomlinson in free agency to be a guard. They paid him a pretty big penny. So when you have Tomlinson and Elijah Vera Tucker at the guard spots, you probably need a tackle on the other side of Becton. When Morgan Moses is gone.
Their O-line really ain't bad because you got Becton left, Vera Tucker left guard. Becton left tackle, Vera Tucker left guard. Connor McGovern, who really wasn't a bad center for them.
It's not hard to be a decent center.
Then you got Laken Tomlinson on the right, and you're just missing a pretty big hole at right tackle.
And that is what they're going to do with the 4 pick.
Probably.
Now, the 10 pick.
This is where you could see a Garrett Wilson, who they really like a Garrett Wilson, a Drake London. I think it's kind of early for Jamison Williams with the injury.
Anybody coming from BYU?
Yeah. They'll get that. You can get him in like the 6th round.
Zach Wilson's guy from BYU.
But nah, I mean, the Jets, they're in a very good situation. Like we said, 2 first, 2 second-round picks. They made a splash in free agency. They bought an offensive lineman. They have solid pieces on defense. They really could just use corners and secondary, which, again, I really wouldn't be mad if they, I mean, in theory, they could pass on an offensive lineman.
I wouldn't, because their number one priority should be making sure Zach Wilson's good.
Yes.
But I see your vision.
But the thing is, with how elite Robert Saleh was in San Fran, if one of the top edges are there at 4, Hutchinson or Thibodeau are there at 4, I think you got to take them.
I mean, I see your vision. I do. I don't know if I would back it because, there might be a decent edge there at 10. Maybe.
Jermaine Johnson, maybe. I don't know. I really don't think Trayvon Walker will be there. I doubt Thibodeau's there, and I don't think Hutchinson makes it past 1.
I would go line, personally. I would still stick with that at 4. Number 10, you can trade back if you want to.
That's true.
Go grab one of the late edge guys if you want to. Because really, you don't need the best players in terms of top-tier talent. You just need the most players, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
I
see what
you're saying.
Like, if you trade back, 5 spots and you get more picks, that can work out for a team like the Jets who you already have a shit ton of picks. In terms of just numbers alone, if you keep picking guys, eventually you will have good guys. It's just mathematically, this is how it has to work.
But look at the Eagles. Or are they the outlier to that?
The Eagles suck. Theory. I don't even know why we mentioned it. The Jets, I think they should go line first, but I wouldn't hate a big edge piece. I wouldn't hate it. And then maybe you can move that 10 up a couple spots and go grab a Charles Cross or something.
If he's
I wouldn't hate it.
Offensive tackle is a hot commodity.
Yeah.
I would be
just as important as a defensive end.
If they do draft edge at 4, I would not hate if they moved back a couple spots and just cut their losses and took a Trevor Penning. Sure. As much as I don't like Trevor Penning as a player, I wouldn't hate it if the Jets just got him.
But what's the difference between grabbing your offensive tackle at 4 and then whatever the hell you want to do at 10? You can get Garrett Wilson. And then you go spend one of your seconds on Nick Bonito, a third on another edge. And when you have Nick Bonito and another edge, in theory, one of them has to work. In theory. Like, if you spend a second and a third on an edge rusher, in theory, mathematically proven that one of those guys should work.
They bought in DJ Reed?
Yes.
Damn.
They also lost Marcus May.
Yeah.
They brought in Jordan Whitehead.
And Tyler Conklin and C.J. Uzomah.
Solomon Thomas, Robert Saleh's boy.
Solomon Thomas, wasn't he the number 3 overall pick years ago?
From Stanford.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely from Stanford.
I don't know why I thought he was a Temple guy, but no way Temple guy's going 3 overall. Maybe the colors is what threw me off?
Probably. I mean, they haven't done bad. They're going young.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect what the Jets are doing. I'm not going to hate on it. What I would do, I've said it, I would take lineman at tackle at 4, Garrett Wilson, whoever the hell you want at 10, receiver-wise. And then with your second and thirds, you can probably go defense with the rest of your draft if you wanted to. Because at that point, your O-line set. Your running back, Michael Carter, he's fine. He's serviceable. And if you want, go spend a 4th on a running back for all I care. Because they'll work out. So your line set, your receivers would then be set in theory. And they could probably use another.
I mean, it's the receiver.
Corey Davis, Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, C.J. Uzomah isn't bad.
That ain't bad.
It ain't great.
It's not amazing, but I mean, if Chris Olave ends up bursting onto the scene and being a stud, I mean,
you mean Garrett Wilson or
whoever they take? I'm thinking Olave because I think Olave is better than Garrett
whoever
Wilson.
they take. I mean, they ain't bad.
I mean, yeah. I know for a fact that there's going to be teams trading up.
Yeah.
I do think New Orleans trades up. I think Pittsburgh's a dark horse team to trade up, even though they're more of a trade back kind of team.
So the Jets do this: they take their tackle at 4, they trade back 10 to go get a receiver because you can get Olave at 15 if you want.
Yeah.
And then with the rest of the picks to go defense, and we just fix the Jets. Is that cool with you?
I was going to say something. I don't remember what I was going to say. What were we just talking about? The Jets and...
What were we talking about?
All right, so in a perfect world, What is the Jets mock? What is the draft board looking like in a perfect world with the Jets up on the clock? So we'll say number 1, Hutchinson 1.
Yeah.
Then we'll say
Tibbs
Thibodeau
and
2.
Evan Neal.
Evan Neal 3. So they're getting Aquanu.
Tibbs and Evan. Yep, sure.
I think in a dream scenario, Evan Neal at 4 is the pick.
It's fair because he's more of a right tackle.
Yeah. Compared to Aquanu, Aquanu fits the build though. Versatile lineman.
Yeah.
Can play guard tackle. He fits the Jets build better. But if you want more of a solidified day one right tackle, plug and play, all pro, it's probably Evan Neal.
That's fair.
Moving on next, who do we got?
In terms of record, it's either you guys or the Dolphins, right?
Let's go with us because Miami did more than us.
That's fair. The New England Patriots, who have probably $0.
Who have not done
Oh,
a gosh
Jesus.
darn
They
thing.
have no money. They are 32nd with $1 million. I'm not even sure what they're going to do with that $1 million. Good luck paying somebody with that. They have a round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, 2 fifths, 2 sixths. With their first round pick, they have number 21, which is in the back burner. In terms of free agency, what they have done so far, Anthony said not much of anything.
We
Let's
lost
take a look.
J.C. Jackson. We bought back Trent Brown.
They lost Ted Karras. They
Lost
brought back
Brandon
Juwan
Bolden.
Bentley.
We lost Gunnar Olszewski. We bought in Jabril Peppers.
1 year, $2 million. So obviously Jabril Peppers took a step back.
Yes.
If
But
he's
that's
on
good,
getting
though,
$2
because he's
million.
playing with Devin McCourty.
Who should be able to better and mentor him and
Yes.
be decent.
We also traded for Devontae Parker.
Yeah, which is fine.
I'll take it. I mean, for
Ain't bad.
We got him in a 5th for a 3rd.
I'm not hating it.
Yeah, I mean,
props to you guys.
we're a team with a bunch of receiver 2s.
Malcolm Butler's back.
But yeah, we're a team of a bunch of receiver 2s and a bunch of small bum corners. Jonathan Jones, Jalen Mills, and Malcolm Butler.
Terrence Mitchell.
Who? Exactly, from the Texans. I know. The Patriots, honestly, middle of the pack AFC this year. I mean, just how loaded the AFC is, bro. I mean, there's a
Do
shot
they make the playoffs?
with how loaded the AFC is. Probably not.
I say no shot.
I mean, honestly, there's a legit shot. I mean, I love the Patriots; they're my favorite team, but I'm not going to sit here and be an asshole about it and be oblivious. There is a shot the Patriots could be the 4th. We could be the worst team in our division this year.
I don't see that.
I mean, it's a shot, though. I mean, if the Jets burst on the scene and Zach Wilson ends up being the real deal,
I mean, you're my definite 3rd, but
we'll probably. I mean, as long as if Tua shits the bed and he's as bad as I think we still finish 2nd.
no.
But I mean, the Dolphins got so much better. I think Buffalo's due for a Super Bowl, and just how loaded the AFC is. I mean, what is there? 16 teams in the AFC, and the Patriots are probably around 10.
Do we want to do this?
I think. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be. I mean,
In terms of my list, okay, I'll just do it because I'm not the biased one.
I mean,
I'll
hate
go
that-
Bills, Dolphins. I will go Ravens, Steelers,
in no order, just teams that are better than
Bengals.
the Patriots.
Bills, Dolphins, Ravens, Steelers, Bengals. Probably not the Browns unless they have Watson. Or I won't count the Browns.
No.
So I'm at 5. And now I have
Here, let's just
Titans, Colts. You're better than the Colts. I think the Titans are still over you.
We beat them last year. We kicked our ass last year.
Yeah, well, they beat you in the playoffs, so it don't matter.
Don't
And then the Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos. You're number 10.
Exactly. I mean, because we're better than the Jags, Texans, Jets, Titans, Colts, Raiders.
You're not better than the Titans.
Yeah,
But
we
it's
are.
fine.
Yeah, the Patriots are around 10, and I hate to sit here, and I hate to be that guy that's just shitting on his own team, but I'm not going to sit here and be...
You have Sean Wade.
We do have Sean Wade, who was an amazing slot corner at Ohio State.
Until you got burnt.
Until he got put on the boundary and didn't play good on the boundary. So if Bill Belichick's smart, if Sean Wade plays at all, he's got to play in the slot.
So the Steelers draft or Patriots draft.
21, honestly, it's probably a trade back, but there's a lot of guys who I wouldn't mind us getting around there. I mean, obviously, I think us trading for Parker rules out a receiver. Because we usually don't double
now
dip.
your receiving class is loaded.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think you can rule out corner. I mean, I think Booth will be there. McDuffie might be there. Kyer Elam fits the Patriots build. I wouldn't hate a Roger McCreary. Maybe a little early for him, but I wouldn't hate it. Zion Johnson, I'd love. Our versatile lineman, can play guard or even center if we need him to. I wouldn't hate Tyler Linderbaum, but he's more of a center. But he is athletic enough to where he could play guard if he needs to. I wouldn't even hate a Devontae Wyatt, just because him and Christian Barmore would be fun, and Patriots need pass rusher bad. Like interior, I mean, yes, we have Matt Judon rushing the edge, obviously, but I mean the interior. Christian Barmore is okay as a pass rusher, but he's not. Him and Barmore, Devontae Wyatt and Barmore would be fun, like Jordan Davis and Devontae Wyatt were.
That's fair.
But I mean, the Patriots probably ain't drafting a receiver, so honestly, it's probably corner, Zion Johnson, or trade back.
It's fair.
Maybe even I wouldn't even really mind a Devin Lloyd, because he kind of fits what the Patriots like at linebacker, a dog.
It's fair.
We didn't bring back Dante Hightower, which I'm sure we probably will, on like a cheap veteran deal, just to be there, even though he took a major step back after missing the COVID year and sitting out. I don't really like Devin Lloyd personally. Like, not as like I don't like Devin Lloyd as a prospect. I think Nakobe Dean's better. I like Nakobe Dean because he's a baller. But I think the Patriots, my dream Patriots draft at 21 is probably Andrew Booth.
It's fair.
I wouldn't hate a Zion Johnson either, just because I like showing O-linemen some love.
It's fair. Next up, the Miami Dolphins are up. They have probably no money in cap space. Their cap space don't look too bad this year. Let me just find them. They're 30 with $21 million. That's because they're not paying anybody this year for some reason.
No.
So far, they have brought in Teron Armstead. They have brought in Cedric Wilson. They have brought in Connor Williams. They have brought in Chase Edmonds. They have brought in
Tyreek Hill.
Well, I was going to do it last, but
my bad.
It's fine. Just ruin them. Teddy Bridgewater as backup quarterback. Raheem Mostert. Trent Sherfield, who was good in San Francisco those couple games. So.
Yeah.
Their receiving core is loaded with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle.
Cedric Wilson,
who's mid, but...
as a third option, Cedric Wilson's great, and we saw it last year in Dallas.
But yeah, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, Trent Sherfield from 49ers. He had great games, so I'm giving him props. And they built a track team. Chase Edmonds is really fast.
So
Raheem Mostert is really fast.
Raheem Mostert's like 97 speed.
Tyreek Hill is also really fast.
Yeah.
So this Dolphins team is very exciting. They're probably going to be very fun in Madden. They've always had a pretty good defense, so that's not their problem. Draft capital, they ain't got shit. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
A third, a fourth, and 2 sevenths. They ain't drafting this year. They are going to try to make their run. Defense, they don't really have a problem there. They never really had a problem.
No.
With the third-round pick, I'd probably look at linebacker maybe. I don't know. Something. Third-round pick ain't horrible. You might be able to get somebody.
You can get a starting middle linebacker in the third round. I mean, just look what the Bengals did with Logan Wilson.
Yeah. So the Dolphins, this is it. I guess send it.
Yeah.
You build a team where if Tua works. If he doesn't work, get another quarterback and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd pay Tua unless he does something great, because I literally think any quarterback can work in this system. You could have went and got Jimmy G and probably been fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Dolphins are legit. I think this team is pretty good. I think they make the playoffs in the wild card. They're a team I wouldn't want to play because I would hate to go up against Raheem Mostert, Tyreek Hill on the same field.
Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle. Even Chase Edmonds, if they could squeeze him out there, I would literally hate to go up against that.
Yeah.
Because talk about speed, that would just
Speed
piss me
kills.
off. This team's legit. They ain't won a Super Bowl, probably not, but I think I wouldn't like to play them.
Yeah, it's a shame that the Dolphins got this good. I don't think Tua's the answer. I think that the Dolphins will be in the quarterback market after this year.
That's fair.
It's unfortunate, but as Tua enters his third year, he's already on the hot seat, which is about the time you would probably see quarterbacks get on the hot seat. But it's just a shame that, I mean, I don't like Tua to begin with, but it kind of just sucks that the success that Herbert and Burrow have had. because he's got to live up to that expectation.
I think this is so unfair, this argument. Oh, my God. I hate it.
I don't think it's fair either. I'm just saying that it's...
Tua has won just as many games as both of them. It don't matter.
I'm not backing that argument. I'm just saying that it is an argument.
For some people, I think for me.
It's not for me either. I was just pointing it out that is an argument that you could make.
Then why? Then if you don't like it and I don't like it, why are we making it?
I'm not making it. I was bringing it up that it is an argument.
Okay.
Anyways, the Dolphins are a team, like Ryan said, they could win with any quarterback, and this is it.
Yeah. They've gotten better every season. They've been on the cusp of making the playoffs every single season.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they make it this year. In terms of a run, probably not.
Nope.
But I like the Dolphins. I don't hate Tua. Granted, he's not a top-tier quarterback. I still don't hate him. I think he's fine. And, yeah, that's really all I got to say.
Then we got the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills, they probably have no money. They're 21st with $8 million.
Ain't terrible.
In terms of, they can pay their draft class pretty easily, so that's good. In terms of free agency, they brought in Von Miller.
For some reason, they overpaid for Von Miller. Not sure why, when they have a loaded edge room.
They lost Harrison Phillips. They lost Mitch Trubisky, which who cares? Good for them for bringing him in and getting a comp pick for him probably.
Yeah.
Brought in Tim Settle. Brought in Daquan Jones, 2 defensive tackles.
Roger Saffold to help beef up that O-line.
They lost Levi Wallace to Pitt. Brought in O.J. Howard as a decent weapon. I still think Dawson Knox is probably the man. And that's about it. They brought in James Crowder. Lost Cole Beasley. Lost Emmanuel Sanders. So I guess they could be in a market for another weapon.
Chris Olave, where they pick 20-something, would be beautiful.
Because you have Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs, who's studs, and you lock down Diggs with with an extension. I think a 3-year extension or something like that. You have Dawson Knox with. I mean, if we're being honest, the Gabe Davis and Knox, they're not game changers. I don't think. Gabe Davis was a stud.
But I was going to say, Gabe Davis had
there's a very decent chance that was a fluke.
His rookie card prices went through the roof, though.
It's fair.
If you invested in Gabe Davis, he made you rich.
But yeah, in draft capital, they have a round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, 2 6s and a 7. Round 1, pick number 25. I wouldn't hate it if it's a receiver. I don't know.
I think
corner. It's probably got to be corner.
I was going to say, the corners on their team are
just
Trey White coming off an injury, coming off an ACL, and Teron Johnson. They have 2 great safeties in Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde.
Yes.
To make up for their lack of corner.
They have a great edge room. They have paid for some D tackles.
Stupid edge room, bro. The Von Miller signing was dumb. You have Shaq Lawson. You've spent 2 firsts and a first and 2 second round pick the past 2 years on edge rushers. AJ Epineza in the second 2 years ago. Carlos Basham in the second round last year, and you took Greg Rousseau at the end of round 1 last year. And you bought in Shaq Lawson.
Clearly, the Bills are going to have a constant rotation, and they're absolutely fine in the defensive line, and they're probably only going to blitz 4. In terms of linebackers, they have
Matt Milano,
Edmonds,
Tremaine Edmonds.
So they're fine there. Safeties are fine. They need another corner. They probably should have brought in one in free agency, for being honest. I'm not really sure who was out there.
They could still go get Gilmore.
Bring his ass back. Run it.
Run it back with
Gilmore would be great. And then draft a corner. And then offense, you still need a running back, but do not draft one with your first round pick. I don't care. Walker.
They have Duke Johnson. They're fine.
Spiller, Hall. I don't care.
They bought in Case Keenum as well to be backup.
That's fine. I think, with the 4th round pick, bring in a good running back because I know there's one out there in the 4th round.
Yeah.
1st round pick, you can go receiver, corner. 2nd, 3rd, corner, receiver. Don't care. Just load up on that. You'll be fine.
An ideal Bengals.
Oh, they still need a right tackle.
Yeah, they do.
Because who's that guy?
I know Storm Norton's the guy from the Chargers. I'll tell you in a second. That guy sucks, though. I'm pretty sure the guy who went on the Bills is a free agent.
Oh.
Spencer Brown. That's the guy.
Are we sure? Is it Spencer Brown?
Darrell Williams, offensive tackle. Deion Dawkins, offensive tackle. Roger Saffold, Cody Ford, Mitch Morse.
Cody Ford's a stud.
So they got Mitch Morse, Roger Saffold, Cody Ford at guards. Then your tackles really ain't bad. Darrell Williams and Deion Dawkins, as long as they can stay healthy.
Darrell Williams is not on their depth chart for me. And he shows
I'm
up in their
looking on
dead
the
cap.
ESPN one.
So am I. I think Darrell Williams is like a free agent. Because it says his dead cap.
Darrell Williams. Let me click on his name. College, Oklahoma.
He's a free agent.
Oh.
I think they cut him. But yeah, he was an Oklahoma guy. So is Cody Ford.
Yeah. But yeah, the Bills.
So they need a right tackle.
The Bills are my AFC Super Bowl pick this year. I think Buffalo is due. As unfortunate as it is to say, as a Patriots fan, as a diehard New England fan, Buffalo's due.
It's fair.
I'm coming to terms with the Patriots like Ryan with the Spurs. We had our time.
I'm glad
I'm coming to terms. The Patriots had their time. Brady's gone.
But we're back in the playoffs.
Well,
now.
We're about the same spot. The Patriots were about the same.
Did Carlos Basham change his name?
His nickname was Boogie, but I think he goes by Boogie now.
I just don't know why ESPN has his name as Boogie.
Well, because it was like Carlos Boogie Basham. Like in the
I don't think if you look up Nashawn Island, it's going to say Bones Island.
That's what I was just about to say, and I think it is.
For real?
Yeah.
I thought they would cater to their real names.
I mean, I thought so too, but like after thinking about it, Nashawn Highland.
If it says it, then I would be.
It comes as Nashawn Highland, I guess, but it says like Nashawn Bones Highland.
Well, yeah, it says that for.
ESPN has him as Bones Highland.
For
Bones Highland stats, yeah.
Oh, good for them. Way to cater to the playoffs. Players.
Yeah. It's good. I mean, yeah, but
I was just surprised.
I know he was always like Carlos Boogie Basham, and like some draft analysts were like, "Oh, Boogie Basham."
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess he caters to Boogie Basham now instead of Carlos.
No,
good for him. But yeah, in terms of rankings, it's Buffalo, Miami, New England, and Jets.
Yes. And I think,
but just to throw it out there, New England is about the same tier of playoffs as the Spurs. We're both kind of at the first round, and we'll probably both lose.
Technically, you guys made it to the playoffs last year, and we're not making it to the playoffs.
That's fair, if we're being technical. But technically, there's a play-in.
So technically, we both had our runs.
And now, yeah.
Now, we have to bring in a free agent in San Antonio. Good luck. At least it's easier to rebuild in the NFL. So
yeah. And, yeah.
Because you're not going to draft a stud at pick number 5.
Yeah, but it's hard when you go bring in Jonnu Smith as the third highest paid tight end.
Okay, well,
sucks.
I was. We brought in Dougie Buckets.
Dougie McBuckets.
And we brought in Thaddeus Young.
You got a first round pick for Thad Young now.
I know, and we just paid him and then traded him.
All right, real quick, let's bring these back at the end of the podcast. Is our rankings the same? Buffalo, Miami, New England, Jets?
Yes.
Who is this NFL player? Talent through the roof, but they don't produce.
I mean, an easy one is Deshaun Watson. Talent through the roof, but they don't produce. I don't even know. Talent through the roof, but don't produce. Saquon.
That honestly mine. That was really mine.
We gotta look at first studs that just didn't work out. Yeah. Isaiah Simmons currently isn't really working out.
Isaiah Simmons had a real good year.
I'm kind of just throwing out people until I get the one.
I'm gonna try and find the tweet and see what people were saying in the comments.
And so I just gotta think until I get that's it. That's that dude.
When I first saw it, Saquon was the first one that came to my mind.
So I think who fell off a cliff. Dallas Cowboys.
Here we go. Who is this NFL player? What were people saying? Hunter Renfrow.
Okay, that's Cat. He's literally the opposite.
A white guy, I'm sure.
That is literally the opposite. What?
Peyton Manning. Tom Brady.
We're still the opposite.
Cooper Kupp.
Are you sure you're looking at the right picture? Are you looking at the opposite one? You're looking at production.
Oh. Production athleticism. I was so confused why a bunch of white guys are being named. Talent production. I'm glad you caught that. I'm like, why is that a bunch of white guys?
Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen, super talented.
Martavis Bryant.
He was a stud. Oh, Will Fuller.
Kyler Murray.
He's short. And he's a corner.
Jadeveon Clowney's a good one.
He's 29. He had his time.
DK? Yes.
That was good this year. That's a good one.
Aaron Rodgers. I can back it.
I'm not going to hate him for it. I'll tell you that.
Cam Newton. Jamarcus Russell.
All right, thanks.
O.J. Howard, Saquon.
O.J. Howard's good.
Yeah. Jay Cutler. Shut up. Myles Garrett. No, Brucey. Paris Campbell.
He wasn't that high of capital.
L'Jarius Sneed. C.D. Lamb, second half of year.
Sure, he did disappear a little bit.
Quinnen Williams. I don't like that. I hate that one. Josh Gordon.
All right.
Jonnu Smith. Jeff Okuda. Saquon. Zeke. Judy. Lamar. The cornerback for the Jets. Shut up. Who the fuck is that guy? Past couple years, Julio. Yes.
Well, he's old, so you gotta give him a rest.
I really think it's Saquon.
Saquon is a good one.
Carson Wentz.
Hell no. Mitch Trubisky.
Laviska Shenault.
Was he a high pick?
Second round.
I don't know. Rondale Moore.
Deshaun Watson. There you go.
Deshaun Watson is probably top one.
Oh
Jesus Christ.
Aaron Hernandez. Rashawn Evans, Montez Sweat, Lorenzo, Chris Carson. Kenny Galladay.
Chris Carson is a stud. He just can't stay healthy.
Kenny Galladay ain't bad.
We all knew that shit was happening.
Motherfucker didn't catch a touchdown.
He literally didn't catch a 20-yard pass. That's what he was brought in for.
Alden Smith is a good one. Henry Ruggs.
Alden Smith was a good one.
Reuben Foster, too. He was a stud at Bama. I think he may have been a woman.
Dylan Moses.
Dylan Moses. Did you see me tweeting about him earlier because he got cut?
I saw he got cut.
Yeah. Dylan Moses. I mean, to be fair, he was an undrafted guy. Baker.
Because of injury. Baker.
Allen Robinson. N'Keal Harry. Fuck that guy. Frick that guy. That guy sucked. Mike Glennon. Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel's a good one.
John Ross is a good one.
Athleticism is really high.
Yeah. Josh Rosen. I saw Jalen Reagor. I saw teams were calling about Jalen Reagor.
Dude, who the hell is calling?
I'm not sure why, but it's a win for the Eagles if they can get like a 4th, 5th round pick.
They can get literally anything for us.
But yeah, you got anything else you want to touch on?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, thanks for watching and listening, whatever you're listening to us on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, cop the greatest merch on turf. We will probably see you guys tomorrow or Friday with our second to last NFL mock draft.
And check out the NBA video.
NBA playoff predictions. See you guys later in the week.
Peace.
Peace.